Jackie Levy was our executive director, which explained what TIF districts should all be about. I have some papers that would show there are plans until the year 2033. What is the city doing with $100 million a year until the year 2033? And the papers I give to one of your assistants and help me down over there, Kevin, a real gentleman, and I want to thank him. And then I do wish you and your family and your parents especially for being alive to celebrate their whatever number of years, I think was almost 60, wasn't it?
Exactly the right year, whatever number of years it was.
Yeah, that was Bill last time. I wish everybody, and I wish everybody over here. Good health.
Al, thank you, Al.
Thank you.
Mr. Perkins?
Hello, my name is Maurice Perkins. I'm the president of Inner City Youth and Adult Foundation at 4500 South Michigan. We have a program from the Board of Education to bring some of these young people off these corners and get them back into these classrooms. This is a program that will make money for the city because you get paid by pupil and will employ some hard to employ young people on the street, recruiting these young people to get back in an educational setting. Now we have that proposal here. It makes money. It don't cost money. It makes money.
Thank you, Mr. Perkins. John Keeler? Can you speak up, Mr. Keeler? John Keeler.
Ma'am, I want to address two issues right quick. First of all, I realize that you have all these specialties around you. But in order to stop the violence in the city of Chicago, I think 4500 South Michigan, we not only got the documents that we stopped the wrong gangs in the city of Chicago, they were Peachtree, but I guarantee, and I put this on the table, that we can stop the violence in the city of Chicago. You don't want to have to make that stand and say, this is what's going to happen. Thank you, and that's all.
The mayor would like to respond.
We're done the carpet. I want you to just, don't wait, don't stop your pass, go right now, go right to him, go right back there, both of you, please.
Mark Wallace. And Mr. Wallace, before you start, can I call the next 5 names so those people can begin? All right, our next 5 people will be Nicholas Lindbach, Vaughn Banks, Larry Myrick, Jocelyn Ewing, and Karen Rutan. Would those people also line up? Mr. Wallace.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, you have defended a program that now is indefensible in having photo enforcement of red light cameras and speed cameras. 3 indictments, 2 guilty pleas, and a 3rd trial is on its way in January of 2016. After $500 million have generated has been stolen from the people of the city of Chicago, it is time for you and the city council to face the truth and end this policy that is an indefensible policy. To replace that revenue that I'm always asked by members of the city council as to how we would do it, there is a revenue stock commodity or options transaction exemption tax act in the Illinois state legislature that can be amended. One line of that piece of legislation can be amended that will generate millions of dollars for the city and erase the budget deficit. You should go to the legislature, just like you went to the legislature to expand photo enforcement, to ask them to amend that transaction exemption tax and bring revenues to the city of Chicago and get rid of this program.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor and staff, for letting us have this meeting on the budget tour. I'd like to thank everybody here, citizens of Chicago. Talk about transparency in taxes. I'd like to know if there's any way you can put on the internet or your city budget, internet or something like that about the NFL draft, the concerts we had at the Blues and Jazz Fest Station Chicago. Leaving here, return basically shows you here how we generate taxes. There's people that come here, they travel, so there's a tax on planes. They take taxis to the hotels, there's taxis, there's hotel taxis. They go to visit our museums, they eat in our restaurants, there's taxis. Where they all go, and that's why I like to know. Go over our taxes that we pay, dog taxes, you name it. When we get our paychecks, basically it's all gone. How about the lottery and the general fund? We really don't understand where the money goes in the general fund and how does that work. So if you can explain something or have something to put on your website, I'd appreciate it.
I know we gotta get to that is exactly what some of the presentation was before they could get one to start, because what revenue comes from our sources.
So I'd like to know, like, the NFL draft, we get a big cash, it was a success.
That was $8 million.
Right. That's a lot of money that can go towards this.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to acknowledge Senator Third Alderman Greg Mitchell also. Be polite. Mr. Lindbeck? Nicholas Lindbeck?
Hello, my name is Nicholas Lindbeck. I'm a Chicago public school teacher. Thank you. As I look out at all these people fighting for their rights, I know this is Brandy Paul Rose's room right now. I think Paul Rose's spirit is here with us tonight. I'm not here because, well, first, I'm here, we have to be respectful, but us teachers and the people of Chicago, we're not feeling respected. I'm told I deserve a 10% pay cut. I don't feel respected with that. And I know that there's other options besides soaking us with all these regressive taxes and fees. And I wanted to see if you, Mayor, would consider taxing the rich in some form. The tax breaks that corporations get in the city, if you would look at those to fill our budget hole, if you would look at perhaps some kind of progressive property tax that would tax people that have a certain higher income, would you look at that? I was wondering if you could answer that.
Let me, this is last year, as you know, two examples of closing corporate loopholes that exist. There are not a lot of corporate loopholes in the city versus the state. That said, I think...
Thank you. Why he don't have a mic on?
This is the closest to Vegas, so...
We're here to hear
Number
you.
one is, in the skyboxes, they used to get a subsidy. We eliminated that last year in the budget. In addition, that means when you buy tickets on the skyboxes, everybody else paid full freight. They used to get about 40% discount plus. They deducted it from the federal income taxes. We eliminated that loophole. In addition, a lot of airlines used to buy their oil and gas. Let me just finish that. I understand. You asked me about corporate. I want to address the question. So we eliminated the ability to go out, the airlines, and buy and avoid paying about $12 to $15 million in taxes by closing that. I do appreciate what you said about making any tax fair and progressive, and that is exactly the principles I'll hold as we go to this budget.
Thank you. Vaughn Banks, please. Mr. Banks.
Hello. My problem is my property taxes, okay? Every year, okay? And with all the revenue y'all collect, with the red light cameras and getting meters everywhere, can't really hardly park anywhere without paying some kind of fee, okay? But every year my taxes go up. Now, I live in England, okay? They got my tax of my property going for well over $100,000, which I don't know, okay? I ain't nothing but vacant lots around there, okay? My property is not worth it. But yet, every year they going up on my property taxes. I can't sell my house for that. And thanks to the previous mayor, even if you do try to sell something, in the back end, the city snatched part of that. Okay, so it's like we locked up in our properties. We can't sell them because we can't get the money for them, you know? So,
Thank
only thing
you.
that I would like
Can you
is just
go
to have y'all, at least in the lower income areas, to ease up a little bit on our property taxes so we can stay in the city.
Thank you. Mary Myrick.
Good evening. My question is to the mayor. What are your intentions for the south side as far as all these abandoned buildings and vacant lots?
Larry, well, basically, both of this is about listening here, and let me say this. We started a very successful program, which is $1 a lot for people to get a lot right next to their home, to abandon, they get it for $1, the ones they can get to either making a garden out of it, fixing it up. It started off as a strategy in East Garfield to do just that neighborhood. It's been hugely successful, and we're now in 5 different communities, we've expanded in every area to allow people to buy a lot next door, either put a home there for $1, buy the lot for $1, put a garden there, and just get the lot, as long as they guarantee they're gonna fix it up, clean it up, and that's the exact strategy we're moving on, to make sure that people don't have abandoned lots and lose property value for the residents on that neighborhood.
Thank you, Mr. Myrick. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Jocelyn Ewing, please.
You got to give first dibs to the rich.
Jocelyn Ewing.
Good evening, my name is Jocelyn. I'm a child care provider in the Brownsville community. And as you know, we are currently going through not being paid on time. And the other day, you proposed to give $9 million for child care services in Chicago. Where we're grateful for that, that's not enough. We cannot afford in the city of Chicago for children not to receive child care. When the Head Start is appreciative, we still have children that are in jeopardy of being left alone or possibly shot and killed in the city of Chicago. We need you to make some type of provision to secure our children. I live in Brownsville. I pay high taxes. I work hard to pay the city of Chicago my debts. There have been no provisions made for us going through the situation that we're going through. Yet, we are still keeping these children. Our doors are still open and nothing has been made. We need something better put on the table for child care providers.
Listen, this is, as you know, and you obviously, because you referred to it, the state cut, or tightened up, or said, however you want it, 90% of the kids. In this tough budget time, I've directed Alex to go back and find, and they found $9 million to help 5,000 of those 9,000 kids affected by the state. I can totally understand the frustration and anger, because you are really doing unbelievable work.
Now, I'm on the blue list. I pay you guys faithfully each month. I can't even pay that.
Okay, what I'm talking about is, this is a responsibility, and why I've asked everybody, I've called on the governor to reverse his policy.
He has to. Our kids matter.
I exactly